Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with Rum and Gun.
If you're searching for something less popular but still good enough to lose your time in, Rum Gun fulfills these criteria and offers even more. This is a game made by only one man, but by playing it you probably couldn't tell that. Also, it is super cheap and it has very positive reviews on Steam. In my opinion, the game is totally underrated. You know, you won't be playing it like Path of Exile day by day. People who left reviews on Steam have from about 4 to around 12 hours of game time on record, but it is really entertaining, and if you like action RPGs like Diablo, it is almost a must-play. I follow the guy on Facebook and I can see that Rum & Gun is a passion project. The updates are quite constant, and they not only fix bugs but include tons of additional content as well. Minecraft Dungeons Ultimate Edition. The base game of Minecraft Dungeons is not discounted, but this deal is still very sweet. For the price of the base game, here you will get the base game and all the DLCs as well. There are 8 of them in this pack. So, this is a very nice isometric hack-and-slash game, a spin-off of a very well-known game, Terraria. Well, maybe not, I'm kidding. The plot here revolves around a villain known as Achilles, the leader of monster armies. Here you can brave the dungeons alone or team up with friends. Up to 4 players can battle together, all that in an epic quest to save the villagers and take down the evil Achilles. You'll explore dungeons, swamps and canyons full of dangers. One thing that distinguishes Minecraft Dungeons from other hack-and-slash games is that your character's power is solely determined by finding better and better equipment, mainly weapons. Also here you can unlock over 250 unique artifacts and other stuff to perform and survive devastating special attacks. And when your wife or husband finds you playing this, say that you are doing research or something, you know, for science. Let's be fair, it's a game for kids, but it has over 90% of positive reviews on Steam, so how can you resist? No rest for the wicked. The game is still in early access, so it is kinda rough on the edges, but it is made by developers of Ori and the Blind Forest, so not by some rookies. So here the year is 841, and as word of the king's death echoes throughout the kingdom, the crown passes to his arrogant yet untested son. So there are some rebels wanting to cut his head off. The land is on the brink of civil war. That sucks, but it can always suck even more. So an unholy plague not seen for 1,000 years has returned as well. What a coincidence, right? So the plague sweeps across the land, corrupting everything and everyone it touches. In all this turmoil, you embark on an adventure. Well, on a task to be fair, because you are sworn to defeat the plague at any cost. Well, it's always better to be a warrior than a civilian in a war, so kudos for you. You got this. Or not. Knowing you, probably not. No offense. Darksiders Genesis. This is a great game with great humor and very positive reviews on Steam. It is well balanced to play in co-op mode, but also fun in single player as well without any regrets. You, like me, probably have no friends anyway. Although I must warn you that here you'll do more shooting than bashing and stashing, but you will get a fair share of the latter as well. Gamers on Steam are praising the aesthetics, interesting story and fun gameplay, but are grumpy about controls and few almost unsolvable puzzles. Game has great graphics, a bit childish dialogues, terrible camera angles, and no potato salad man class, which is a shame. Anyway, for me it gets 8 cold beers out of 10. Wizard with a Gun. This is an online cooperative sandbox survival game set in a magical wilderness littered with monsters and arcane mysteries. You will embark on a journey alone or with a friend to collect, craft and outfit your wizard however you see fit. Carefully designed weapons, bullets and furnishings for your tower, but also you will have to try not to burn it all down as the magic you wield escalates beyond your control. People are saying that the game is very fun, but there are few buts. If you play it alone, it will become repetitive and grindy after a few hours, but if you have friends, which is unlikely, that may change the perspective a bit. This game is fun with friends. People who left reviews on Steam have from 4 to around 25 hours of gameplay on record, so not that bad. Also, the art style is awesome. Not as awesome as you, my friend, but still really pleasant for the eyes. Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. You'll become a mighty Inquisitor and carry out the Emperor's will. Choose one of the multiple classes and take part in brutal combat encounters. Embark on a huge variety of missions with your fellow agents and fight through a single-player story campaign. It is set in a haunted fortress monastery which hides a terrible secret from the past of the Inquisition. Yeah, they probably have put pineapple into potato salad. In general, this is a very nice game, but keep in mind that it is best played with a gamepad, because playing with keyboard and mouse is really not as comfortable. Although some people could argue about that, because there are many gamers in both gamepad and keyboard camps. Although let's be fair, gamepad camp is way bigger, and the gameplay, the main thing of every game, is highly addictive. It will burn tens or even hundreds of your hours even quicker than alcohol does. People on Steam are saying that this game is a no-brainer for those who like Diablo. It's basically the same, just in Warhammer universe. Ghostlore. I'm not a very huge fan of pixel graphics action RPG games, but the last time I ignored this game I got several comments about it. People were praising the game and I promised to include it into my next video about action RPG games, which is now. So here you'll fight supernatural monsters from Southeast Asian folklore. As developers say, it is inspired by timeless classic action RPGs such as Diablo 2 and Titan Quest. Ghostlore features detailed item and character customization systems, procedurally generated maps and 90s retro graphics. So here you'll have to slay over 40 different kinds of enemies, each with their skills and tactics. Also, Ghostlore allows you to mix and match abilities from 3 out of 6 character classes to create your own unique hero. People are saying that the game is like classic Diablo but Asian, and that is cool, something really refreshing. The Ascent. This is a solo and co-op action RPG set in a distant cyberpunk world. You will be exploring a corporate-run metropolis stretching high into the sky and filled with creatures from all over the galaxy. If you like Star Wars, Firefly or Cyberpunk 2077, it's a perfect setting for your adventures. You play as a worker enslaved by the company that owns your ass and everyone else in your district as well. They are the ultimate assholders. But one day you are suddenly caught in a vortex of catastrophic events, so you must take up arms and embark on a new mission to find out what started it all. People on Steam are saying that the game is really beautiful and fun, but kinda riddled with bugs. Although not everyone experiences these problems, the game has a bit less than 80% of positive reviews. For some it is even the best game they have ever played. I think that is an overstretch, a real overstretch, but kinda encouraging as well. Grim Dawn. Among all the games similar to Diablo, there is no doubt that Grim Dawn is one of the best examples ever made in this field. More than 90% of positive reviews can confirm that with ease. Here you'll be able to enjoy the dual class system. Combine any of 6 distinct classes with over 25 skills and modifiers per class, meaning that your hero will definitely be some kind of unique abomination nobody else has. Although I can say from my own experience, if you are playing for the first time, don't do that. Swallow your dignity and just watch some tutorial of the most powerful build possible, because otherwise you may end like me. You will nurture a warrior who does cool magic, but later in the game is completely useless, and that drop of quality is huge, from a Gandalf to a Las Vegas magician. Apocalypse Party. I was playing it for a few days and I can honestly admit that I had tons of fun. Basically, here you take control of the hero and start slashing, dicing, burning, freezing and shooting hordes of zombies and other undead. The more you slay, the more powerful you get, and you can slay even more.
Yes, Queen Slay!
Also, controls are very responsive and the skills are fun to use. You can also get various gadgets and devices to help you, like the toilet that splashes and kills your adversaries for you. After several playthroughs, I decided that I like the melee approach the most, because this playstyle reminded me of cow level of Diablo 2. Honestly, this is exactly how it felt, and come on, that is never a bad thing. You gather zounds of zombies and slice through the ball of the undead like a boss. The only bad thing, judging from the comments on Steam, is that some people are encountering glitches and bugs when playing multiplayer. Not everyone, of course, but it would be a shame if you are the unlucky one. Anyway, the price is nice and you can always refund it if you have up to 2 hours of gameplay. Sitting idle in the menu counts as well, so be careful. Shadows Awakening. Here you can walk between worlds, and in every realm new unique challenges will await. In the Shadow Realm you will slay various spirits and demons, and in the real world, well, you know, as usual, spiders, snakes and maybe even evil koalas. All the stuff from the National Geographic channel. This concept is really cool. I had a lot of fun playing this game. People on Steam are saying that Shadows Awakening is quite okayish if you compare it with the best Diablo-like action RPG games. Not a masterpiece by any means, but a nice game if you are tired from Grim Dawn or Path of Exile and you just want to spend a few hours in a different world slaying various different animals. Ravenswatch. The nightmares here are like your ex, spreading and corrupting everything in their path, so you must hone your skills and find the strength to defeat the creatures of the nightmare, using unique hero abilities inspired by characters from folk tales and legends. Yeah, you can choose one of the well-known heroes, such as the Red Hood, Beowulf, or even Aladdin, and hack and slash your way through hordes of monsters. If you played Curse of the Dead Gods, you will be pleased to know that these are the same developers. If you didn't know the game, check it out. It's one of the best hack and slash roguelites inspired by Hades, and Ravenswatch kinda follows a similar visual style as Curse of the Dead Gods and lets you play alone or in a team of up to 4 players co-op. Book of Demons. It is a surprisingly good game, ignored by many just because of how it looks. It has great lighting effects, but those paper figures are definitely not for everyone. Anyway, here you can decide the length of the quests, wield magic arts instead of weapons, and slay armies of darkness in the dungeon below the old cathedral. Yeah, I bet you heard that somewhere. People on Steam are talking that Book of Demons has great replayability with a variety of combinations, interesting art direction, and fast, non-boring gameplay, although some are saying that the game can become a bit monotonous, but I'm pretty sure that it can happen because of the skills and spells you use. If your build is not fun enough, you will get not enough fun. Simple, right? So Google some nice builds before you play. Let there be a bit of Book of Demons among big boobed MILFs in your search history. Anyway, the game has 91% of positive reviews and it's kinda cheap. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut. This is definitely one of the most known action RPGs out there. This version of the game is a collection of 3 standalone episodes told as one continuous story, with 6 playable classes and a new endgame mode with a huge variety of open missions. People on Steam are saying that this is a very addictive game. Not as addictive as Potato Salad, but there is a huge chance that you will have a lot of great time, although it has some minor problems, lame targeting system and a bit shallow character builds. Also, you may encounter some bugs and glitches along the way as well. But anyway, this game is really entertaining and also huge. The campaign is offering over 50 hours of gameplay. Also, if you are in doubt, you can download a free demo version at first and try it out. Titan Quest Anniversary Edition. Initially, the game was released in 2006, so it would be outdated by now, but thanks to this major overhaul, it is not. And it has more than 90% of positive reviews, so please, nail down your attention if you like games like Diablo. So if you ever played the old version, keep in mind that here you will get better resolutions, larger camera distance, multiplayer, mod support, Steam achievements, improved enemy and pet AI, countless bug fixes, dozens of new heroes, and so on. Titan Quest is a great game, one of the most beloved by the action RPG community, and I couldn't recommend it to you enough. It's literally like a potato itself in a potato salad, and people on Steam are saying that this is a masterful variation of Diablo formula and an absolute must-play if you like isometric hack and slash titles. Nobody saves the world. When an ancient calamity reawakens, who can save the world? And the answer is nobody. That's you. You are nobody. Not in real life. In real life, you are an awesome, beautiful person. Never doubt that. Now, subscribe. So here you'll master the art of transformation to become a slug, ghost, dragon, a horse, or someone else. Like an egg, for example. Actually, here you'll find more than 15 distinct forms you can become of. You can mix and match abilities in unexpected ways to unlock and complete even more challenging quests. You can explore a vast overworld on your own or with a friend online. This game is not only beautifully drawn, but it's kinda crazy as well, just like your sister. Achilles, Legends Untold. Here you will take control of a man with a really weak heel but with very strong everything else. The journey will take you to many different corners of mythological lands, where you will obtain powerful artifacts that will aid you in your quest. The game has a cool AI system that introduces innovative enemy behavior. Opponents have unscripted interactions with each other and are capable of coordinated attacks. Developers are also saying that sometimes your enemies are even taking advantage of their surroundings. Well, honestly, that should be mandatory in every modern game. If your adversary is ignoring surroundings, that is so old school. I think even pigs in Duke Nukem 3D could hide behind the walls, and the game was released in the past millennium. So Achilles Legends Untold is Souls-like, but not as hard as actual Souls games. Various Diablo-like action RPG lovers could play it as well, but of course don't expect Diablo-like battles. Here every battle is important. Well, at least they are made this way. If you played, for example, Sands of Aura, you may realize what I have in mind. It is a mix of genres, but I think it's really worth your attention. Chronicon. It looks like a simple 2D game, but an overwhelmingly positive review score should really grab your attention. Here you'll find 5 large acts, each with their own storyline, 4 unique classes, procedurally generated dungeons, local co-op for up to 4 players, remote play together support, 400 unique items, 900 skills, abilities and perks, hardcore mode, and zillion other things. For many people, this is the best action RPG game they have ever tried in their lives, and for some it's very simple and boring. So basically it still can disappoint you, but the chances are really slim, and the price is nice, don't think twice. Torchlight 2. People on Steam are saying that this game is highly addictive and can fast-forward your life rather quickly. Some people say that this is a spiritual brother of Diablo 2, but I can't agree with that. It's too cartoony, the models and color palette reminds me of World of Warcraft instead. Although I played World of Warcraft for several years, I still have the best memories. I think I will get back to it. That is when I'm old, some 25 years from now. Anyway, Torchlight 2 is great, very complex and fun, and if you are cool with this colorful Disney princess visual style, it may be one of the best action RPG games you have ever played. You know, if you like Diablo or similar games like Grim Dawn or Path of Exile, Torchlight 2 is probably a must-play. Sands of Horror. This is a wonderful hack-and-slash RPG, but with huge influence from the Souls-like genre, meaning that you will die a lot, and then you will die even more, and that, at least for me, takes a lot of fun away. Game has really beautiful graphics, and despite it's a hard game, you can control your hero quite easily and kill some monsters without a sweat. Well, after some practice. To be honest, after a lot of practice, and for some of you, practice may not help at all.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Anyway, I'm kidding, the game is not insanely hard, but it will challenge you, especially the bosses. Otherwise, it's a nice game.
And now, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.